Hey guys, Tony here. Can I talk to you for 30 seconds? The holidays are upon us and everyone is looking for a unique gift for that special someone, and Hero Habit has you covered. Swing by HeroHabit.com today and start a subscription to one of our monthly trading card boxes. You pick your favorite team, and we send you 20 to 25 cards every month. No more sorting through hundreds of packs to pick out your favorite players and being stuck with tons of cards you don't want. We do the searching and sorting for you. Plus, we include autographs, relics, and short print cards too. A lucky Yankees fan is going to get a Luis Servino autograph patch booklet card. And a lucky Cardinals fan is going to get a Stan Musial autograph card. Or how about a Ken Griffey Sr. autograph heading to Seattle? We have boxes for baseball, football, and basketball available for $15 a month, and shipping is always free. Plus, if you're not into sports, we have music, TV, comic book, movie, and WWE mystery boxes, which have a guaranteed hit in every box. Whether you're looking for something for someone else or you just want to treat yourself to a fun, affordable way to collect your heroes, Hero Habit boxes are a great idea. Swing by HeroHabit.com today to sign up. Okay, let's get this show started. Hey. Welcome to the Kinks and Beats podcast, or Kinks and Beats Daily. I'm your host, Tony. I'm glad you're here. Today we are talking about a little ditty called Do You Remember Walter by the Kinks. It was released on November 22nd, 1968 as a part of the Village Green Preservation Society album. I wrote a lengthy article last year, which you can find at HeroHabit.com, about Village Green Preservation Society as an album where I went song by song. And I didn't have much to say about Do You Remember Walter. It's one of those tunes that I like it. I listen to it every time I listen to the album. I don't skip it. But it's never fully grabbed me for whatever reason. But that said, there are some cool moments in it. And like I said, it's a good song. I don't dislike it. Right off the bat, we start in C. Walter, remember when the world was young, right? It's a bouncy C, and Ray's vocal line is very jerky. Walter, remember when the world was young and all the girls knew Walter's name, right? It's very bump, ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. So it is kind of a shuffle. The band doesn't really commit entirely to the shuffle because during that portion, they're just playing straight quarter notes. All right, so we're in the key of C. Sorta. He doesn't stick to it very long. Again, Ray has managed to throw a lot of chords into this song without really doing anything crazy. There's not a lot of extended chords. There's a C minor 7, just doing a quick look here, and I think that's the only extended chord in the entire song. There's no diminished chords, there's no augmented, it's just straight majors and minors. But what's cool, and we've talked about this a bunch already, we're going to keep talking about this. Is episode 22. I've probably mentioned it 13 times already, but we have hundreds of songs to go through. I'm going to mention it again. Ray does this a lot where he does a verse that's anchored in C. And then he changes the whole feel, switches to C minor. Do you remember Walter playing cricket in the thunder and the rain? That was a horrible vocal, but this is a tough song to sing. So he switches from that major tonality to the minor, and this is where the one extended chord comes from. He's doing the C minor 7 to D to G, major, back to minor. And then where does this come from? A flat. Back to C. And for that minor portion, they dropped the shuffle drive, right? It's still not a straight, do you remember Walter playing cricket? It's not a straight eighth note, but they stopped doing the quarter note pull. You know? And it's a little bit more edgier and a little bit more rock and roll for that part. And that's it. That's the song. There's not really, I don't know how you guys are going to listen to this show for hundreds of episodes when I keep saying the same thing. It's another song without really a chorus. It's got a ton of hooks, but what's the chorus here? I guess you could make the argument that the "Do you remember Walter playing cricket in the thunder and the rain" is sort of a chorusy part, but it's a different set of lyrics the next time we hear that. One cool thing about this tune, if you listen to the Kinks recording of it on Village Green, starts off piano just doing straight quarter notes, dun 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 dun, and then a little drum doing digga da digga da digga da digga da dun. It's the exact same intro to Mr. Blue Sky by Electric Light Orchestra, which is one of their most Beatle-y tunes. And yet somehow opens with a Kinks reference. And I will, until Jeff Lynne calls into this podcast and tells me otherwise, I will always believe that it was an intentional quote of that song. Jeff, if you're listening, 925-494-1739, give me a call, and we'll talk about Mr. Blue Sky and its influences from the Kinks and the Beatles. All right. So that's Do You Remember Walter? Like I said, it's not my favorite Kinks song, obviously. I don't have a lot to say about it. It's not my least favorite Kinks song. It's not even my least favorite Kinks song on Village Green. But it just has never really... It's a very English song. The chord progression sounds... even though it's not really using any of the tricks and tropes that we are used to for the era, it is kind of a Baroque sounding da 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 dum da dum da dee da dum 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 da dum dee dum zabba da dum ba dum ba dee da 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 dum. Right, it's a very classical sounding melody, great melody, but it just doesn't grab me. Where it did grab me is on Ray's Kinks choral collection, when they do it kind of like it's being sung in a French cafe somewhere. There's some accordions. The song is slowed down, so it's instead of it's kind of like a real slow, relaxed, very laid back. That version I like quite a bit, and it's one of the highlights on the album for me. But this one, it is what it is. Now, I'm sure that some of you that are listening love this song. Convince me why it's great. It was released as the B-side to the single for Village Green Preservation Society. Didn't do anything, obviously. I think it was exclusively released in the United States as the B-side. Didn't do anything commercially, but neither did the album as a whole. So that's not surprising. I'll give Ray credit. The band sounds great. There's some very good drum work on it. But go listen to it for yourself. Find it on Spotify or YouTube. Listen to it for yourself. The 2018 mix or remaster or whatever it was, I enjoy the stereo remaster. My first listening to this song was on a CD. I would guess I'd have to look to see. I don't even own the CD anymore. I've upgraded to the more recent releases. But the CD pressing that I had on this was a horrible, horrible mastering job. This song in particular sounded terrible on it. It was overcompressed. It was, it kind of like it pulsed in a way, in an artificial way. Like the compression made it pulse. This song, Animal Farm, A couple of Johnny Thunder just sounded horrible on it. And maybe that's tainting my opinion of it because it had this subpar release. The later releases, including last year's reissue for the 50th anniversary, uh, polish it up a little bit. Fixes the mistakes that the previous CD releases had. I've never heard it on vinyl. I would love to hear an original vinyl pressing of this tune to hear how it compares to the first CD pressing I owned and then the current CD pressings that I have. But maybe that's tainted my view of it because on the original CD release, I did skip this song pretty frequently because it was so difficult to listen to, just from an audio quality standpoint. So maybe that's why I gravitate towards the Ray Davies choral version because it was a clean, well-produced, beautiful sounding recording. Incidentally, I do like the song. It's worth listening to. In the flow of Village Green, it fits nicely. It kind of alternates between being a little bit too Baroque poppy to being just a straight ahead rocker, which is cool. You don't get too tired of either vibe in this song. I mean, it's a good tune. Give it a listen. Village Green Preservation Society. Do you remember Walter? And then go listen to the Ray version on the Kinks Choral Collection. But anyway, if you love this song, let me know. Let me know why you love it. Give me a call, 925-494-1739. That line is not exclusive to Jeff Lynne calling me about this. You can call me too. I will include your thoughts about this song on a future episode. But if you have thoughts on a song we haven't covered yet, send those in too. And we will start talking about them. I'll include them when we start talking about those episodes. You can also email me, kinksandbeats@herohabit.com, or find us at Hero Habit on Facebook, Instagram, and the Twitters. All right, what's on tap for tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow, a Beatles song that a lot of people love to hate right now. It gets a lot of hate, and I think it's unfair. I mean, a lot of hate. Unfounded. I don't even know where it comes from. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribing wherever you subscribe to podcasts. All right, I will let you guys go. Have a great Tuesday, and I will talk to you tomorrow. This podcast is presented by the Hero Habit Podcast Network. Swing by HeroHabit.com today to comment on this episode and poke around our growing database of sports and pop culture news, reviews, and collectibles. HeroHabit.com. Collect your heroes.